Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. So today's tutorial is going to be on how to cut and sew a trending structured bouncing sleeve, which is very easy to make and is beginners friendly. So if this is what you like to learn, please keep on watching till the end of the video. So I have with me on the table half yard of organza, but I think it's more than half a yard. I think half a meter of organza. And to make this sleeve, you'll be needing your boning. Without your boning, you cannot get the desired structure you want for this sleeve. So you use the boning. So I'm using a boning that measures like about 1/4 of an inch, and it's a plastic boning. You can use regular boning, but I prefer the plastic one because it gives the sleeve the structure you see on the screen. So without wasting much of your time, let's get right into the video. So I'm just using this arm of my mannequin for illustration. You will be measuring the biceps area, and then you add more inches, enough inches to get that big structure sleeve. So this measures 21.5 inches. That's the height of the sleeve. So next thing to do is to determine the spacing you want for the sleeve. The spacing, that means the interval from one channel to the other. So in this case, I'm taking 5 inches and I want 7 boning channels. You multiply the 5 by 7, which is 35 inches. So I'm going to mark 35 inches and then cut it out so that I can start marking the 5 inch intervals. So the next thing to do is to mark 5 inches for the boning channel. I'll be cutting the savage out. So I mark 5 inches. Then I continue marking 5 inches intervals, as you can see me doing. And I'll be connecting it with a straight line. Organza fabric is difficult to handle. You can use any other fabric of your choice. So I continue marking 5 inches off camera till I consume the whole length of the fabric. So I'm done marking the lines, as you can see, and I went ahead to trim up the savage over here. So what I'll be doing next is to notch all the lines, to notch the upside and also the down parts, because this chalk can deceive you. Along the way it can wipe off and you cannot see the lines well. So if I notch the edges of the lines, I'll be able to follow. So after that, I'll fold each like so on the line. This is the good side, this is the wrong side. You know, the organza, you cannot even know which side is really the front and the back. But I've taken this for the back and this is for the good side. So first of all, you fold this edge like so. So that's to create the channels for the boning. And when you fold it, you make sure that the 1/4 of an inch boning can fit into the channel you are creating. So you measure it whilst you are sewing the channels. So I'll start with this edge and fold this, and then after I'll fold the second line like this, and make sure I sew it with 1/4 of an inch. Place my boning on it to make sure that the channel I'm creating will be freely for the boning to pass through. So let me just notch and show you how I'm going to do it. You can pin it down if you want. You can pin it down like this on the line, and then you sew your channel, and then you come to the next one. You also hold it like so and sew your channel so you finish all the lines. So I will take it to my machine and do just that and come and show you. So guys, as you can see, I'm done sewing the channels. You can see how neat it is, and I went ahead to press it a bit so that the channels can relax for the body. So this is the wrong side. So what I'll be doing now is to insert the body in each of the channels, but I'll be leaving 1 inch below and 1 inch at the top to give some space to run the gather stitch after inserting the body. You know, the body is curvy, so I'm inserting it as it is because I don't want this sleeve to be straight. As you can see it on the screen, it's like a round shaped sleeve. Before I insert it, I have this thumb which I use for my sharpening my knife in the kitchen. I'll use it to file the edges of the boning in order not to punch through the organza. Then I'll still file it. But filing is important because of the shape of the sleeve. We don't need a body that you iron straight like this. No, we want the body to be curvy like this, to be curvy like this. I will insert the second one. So let me show you one more and then go and do the remaining channels off camera. So let me do the third one. This is a shape we wanted, not to be straight like so, no? So I'll continue fixing the remaining ones off camera and come and show you how it looks like. So basically this is how it looks after inserting all my bonnets in the channels. You see how it looks. So what I will be doing next is to take to my machine and then run a gather stitch at the edges and then run a gather stitch here and then come and show you the next step. So this is how I look after running my gathers. So the next thing to do now is to draw your gathers like so. You draw on this side and then come on the left side and also draw the gathers. So this is how our gathers look like. So I'll go ahead and draw the second line. So guys, after drawing the gathers, this is how our bouncing stretcher sleeve look like. You see how beautiful it look? You see? You see how bouncing the sleeve is? You can attach it to any part of your dress. You see, without the boning, it will not be bouncing like this. You see, you can place it anywhere. You can even use it to design the front of your clothes or any part of the clothes. And you can also use it for sleeves. So this is how it looks. And don't forget, you can also embellish it with stones, and also you can use trimmings. We have come to the end of today's tutorial. So guys, if you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share my videos and comment. Please comment, share my videos so that my channel will grow. Please help grow my channel. Subscribe if you've not done so. Also turn on your notification bell to be the first to be notified whenever I upload a new tutorial. So thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.